Welcome to Fuzzy Dragons. My name is Jen, and in this video I'm drawing a tiger. Well, not the whole tiger, just the eye and a bit of the cheek area and a bit more. I don't actually remember where I cut this off because I didn't end up getting this finished this week. Thought I would, almost did, but not quite. Because this week's been bloody busy. You know, between hospital appointments and, just doing housework and stuff, or getting stuff done, it's just, busy week. And then, of course, I keep dislocating my fingers. So that's another reason why I haven't been able to work on this, more than as much as I want to, because my fingers keep dislocating, and that freaking hurts. And I can't use a pen or anything like that. But anyway, back to the tiger. I wanted to draw something sort of realistic looking, I guess, and I was like, okay, I'll draw a tiger. I like drawing tigers, and I do, but I usually do them traditionally. So I thought, hey, well, I don't really feel like getting the drawing board out and stuff like that. I'll do it digitally, because, like I said before, I'm lazy. But, it is done. Well, not done, but it was easier for me to do this digitally than it was traditionally, even though I could have got the colored pencils out, which I really should have, because that's my medium of choice, really. I've been using them since I was like 12 or 13, so quite a freaking long time. What's that? 40, I don't know, figure it out for yourself. I'm 40, I was 12, 13 when I started using colored pencils. Long time. But, I just, really, like I said, I couldn't be bothered getting the tablet out. Eventually I will. I do plan on doing some colored pencil, maybe tutorials, because like I said, I've been using that medium so long that I know that I can do like a proper tutorial kind of thing rather than me just rambling about crap. Digital, not so much, because I've only been seriously using digital for the last year and a bit, we'll say. Yeah, so it's easier for me to do a tutorial that's traditional, either colored pencils or graphite, because that's what I was a graphite person for the longest time, since I was probably like 3 or 4, so that's even longer than the colored pencils. But with digital, I want to learn how to use it, and that's why I'm using it, because if I can't get the traditional stuff out, my fallback is digital. It's more of a disability thing. Hey, that's what I can talk about. Disability in art. That's what I'll talk about today. I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but that's what I'm talking about. Which is the main reason why I don't get the drawing tablet out, set up everything, and colored pencils, and whether it's colored pencils, oil pastels, chalk pastels, whatever the hell it is. I don't get out because I don't often have the energy to get out. Tell you the truth. It's like the whole spoon theory thing, you only have so many spoons before you don't have any more and you're like crash on the floor kind of thing. So it's the joys of a chronic illness. But digital still allows me to do art, which is great. Which is why I've been trying to seriously do it for the last year and a bit, roughly. Because if I don't have the energy at all, really, the tablet's right in front of me, I don't have to set that up. And the desk has got enough space on it, I can use it. Traditionally, I've got to take most of the stuff off this desk to use, which is a pain in the butt. But, I can do it, but at the moment at least. But for the future, I don't know. Which, like I said, is why I'm doing digitally. So there's other things people have, if I lose the use of my hands, which is quite possible with the MS, if the nerves on my brain decide to go kaput, I could lose all the feeling in my hands and stuff like that, which occasionally does actually happen. I'll lose all the feelings in my hands, or I can't control my hands, I can't grip things properly, even like a digital pen or even a pencil, I can't grip things properly. But there are other options. When you have the eye tracking programs and stuff, that they're not cheap, don't get me wrong, but they are there and you can use them for either speaking or for art. There are some programs I've seen that do that. So there's lots of ways you can try to figure out to do art. Unfortunately, like with a lot of disabled software or things for help like wheelchairs, it costs a lot because hey, you stick a medical sticker on it, or it's for somebody who's disabled. They're like, hey, we'll just, take them for all they're worth. Take all their money. What little money people have. I only have a wheelchair because John's grandfather got it for, it was, because he got it for me, which is, I'm extremely grateful for. But there are sometimes I really need it. But we're not talking about me. I'm talking about this disability in art, which I'm just rambling about it. My experience, obviously, with somebody else is going to be a little different, But digital lets me continue making art, which is the great thing. I mean, some people don't think it's art. Well, you know what? Piss off. I don't care what you think about it. But, you know, they can be art snobs all they want, even though they shouldn't be. But, because some of the digital stuff is like, holy crap. But eventually, maybe I'll get like that. But maybe not. Even if I don't get like that digital, I'm having fun with digital art, and you know, I'm still creating stuff, and that's my biggest thing. I'm still creating things, which is the main thing for me. You know, and like I said, I would like to get the traditional stuff out, but it's energy, and I don't have a lot of energy. And when my batteries go flat, I'm done. I can't move anything. It's like literally walking through cement, if I can walk at all. Sometimes it's like, no, you're done. Sit on your ass on the floor, which then messes up my knee, and that's why I'm not even getting into that. That's a whole other topic about my joints dislocating. But, you know, but yeah, so, I mean, I'm glad there's ways, like digital art, or, like, if you're writing, I mean, there's speech software and stuff, which I actually do have on here from when I was writing essays and stuff. I mean, obviously, it's probably more English thing. You know, you can get different languages. I just had mine on English because, well, I'm an English speaker, and that makes more sense. But, you know, maybe there's something else out there. It's worth looking into if you need, you know, speech recognition software. But that's not art related. But that still is a program for disabled people, or people that need it to write, or people that, even somebody who can write, like, you know, perfectly fine physically. Sometimes it's better if you just speak your mind and get it all down, and then mess with it later when you're trying to tell a story. But unlike me, I just ramble, and eventually maybe it might make sense. Probably not. But with the art, I wish, I mean, there's certainly, I don't actually know, maybe I should do this research into this more, that I don't know if it's things that are specifically, besides the eye tracking software, obviously, you know, things out there that are specifically designed originally for people with disabilities. I know some things, like there's a lot of game softwares and game controllers that, after the fact, that they're getting designed for people with disability, mobility problems, visual impairments, you know, autism. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of, like, which is really good. I really actually like that. They're making controls and games that are not maybe originally made for somebody with a disability, but the programmers decide this would be a good idea to include it in the program, which is great. They're at least thinking about that. Now, obviously, with Corel Painter, I don't think that it's just a painting program. You know, that's nothing big. But I mean, maybe there's a couple PhDs, you know, that are kind of like that, looking into it and stuff, which I would love to do. But you know, hey, I don't have $4,500 a year. Hey, maybe I'll think about it and write to people. But I thought it's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that, because I'm quite interested in how, like, things like art programs and games and just programming in general is now including people with disabilities, even though sometimes it is an afterthought, which sucks, and then sometimes it's not, which is great, that people think, oh, we should include people with disabilities in this, but, you know, sucks, shouldn't happen. People with disabilities are often forgotten. But I'm just rambling like I usually do. What was my original topic on this? Well, yeah, art programs and disabilities, which I actually don't know much about, but digital lets me do art still, which is what my whole point was, that, you know, even if I got like hey, I'll attach it to my forehead. Actually, I had an uncle who used to paint, like, flower pots, completely paralyzed from, like, the neck down, was it? Yeah. And, so he had a pointer stick that he had a headband, and we put a brush in it, and would use it to paint flower pots, which was great, you know? That's a great idea. You're still creating something, and it's an adaptation to still allow you to create, which I wish, you know, more people would think about stuff like that. And that's a simple one. I mean, there's obviously more complex adaptations, but they don't have to be complex. They can just be simple, and they work perfectly fine. I don't know how well that would work with a drawing tablet. You know, maybe I should try it. No, I'm not sure. It might. I'm not really sure. I will try that and see if I'll just hold the pen like I'm attached to my head. But, because I don't have a headband at the moment that would work. But, and John would come home because he's out with the dog and be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, alright, my luck, I would answer the door with a pen and a headband stuck to my forehead, and it would look like a penis, so I'd answer the door, and people would be like, what the hell? I mean, I did that once. I didn't answer the door with, like, a penis or a dildo attached to my head, but the things I'm talking about. But I had a tiara, and I had the one I wore for my wedding, and I don't remember why I put it on my head. I think it was dusting like years ago, and I just stuck it in my head to get it out of the way, and I forgot completely about it. And I answered the door to the electrician guy, and he didn't bat an eye. And the whole 2 hours he was there, and like I said, I forgot about it, and he did not bat an eye. So I'll give him that. Didn't even mention it. And then after I was like, oh crap. But I didn't care. I mean, I don't care. I mean, like I said, if somebody has a problem with that, then, they can bugger off. But I haven't talked. I'm just rambling. This is a great voiceover, Jen. Not really. It's completely incoherent because I haven't talked about this at all. I'm just blending colors and stuff like that, as you can see. So it's not anything actually exciting. It might be kind of boring, but that's okay because I really need to put a video up because like I said, I wanted to get this finished, but I didn't get it finished. Maybe Wednesday, I'm hoping, and we'll see. I'm hoping Wednesday it will be done. Yeah, well, don't hold me to that. And maybe on Wednesday I'll have a better idea what I'm talking about. Unlike this more than rambling freaking thing I'm talking about at the moment. But yeah, so I mean, back to this disability and art thing before I forget about it and completely go off on a tangent. I wish there was more people would develop about it, like disabled people, anybody, just include everybody. I mean, there are ways to do it. Just include everybody in your program, in your game, or whatever it is. It's not. I mean, okay, it might be a little bit. Programming might be difficult for some of them, but I mean, the amount of people that would be grateful for that inclusive, can't stop to putting so making something that they can use, would be great. And I don't know, I'm just rambling, and I have nothing to say because I haven't slept either. But hey, nothing new there. Nothing new there at all. But yeah, so I ain't gonna stop this now because I'm rambling, and I have nothing freaking to say. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Listening to me ramble is always, even more so now. And yeah, hopefully Wednesday I will have this finished, so please come back and see this on Wednesday. And if so I am blah blah, I'm like, can't remember what to say, so what am I supposed to say? Like, subscribe, comment if you want. You don't have to, but it would be nice. Ring the little notification thing so that you know when I upload something, which might be on Wednesday, I'm hoping, you never know. And come back then. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, thanks for listening to me ramble. I'm gonna shut the hell up right now, so okay, bye.